A lot of people believe if my credit score is good, I must be doing something right with my money. But the truth is, there are millions of Americans with great credit scores who are still living paycheck to paycheck. They make every payment, keeping their accounts current, but still feel behind, stretched, and wondering, why does it feel like I'm not getting ahead? So, how come someone who seems financially responsible still feel broke? That's exactly what we're going to unpack in this video. First, let's clear this up. A credit score isn't a money score. It's a borrowed money score. If you watched one of our previous videos where we broke down how the FICO score really works, this might sound a little familiar. If you haven't seen it yet, we've linked it in the description box, so definitely check it out after this episode. Okay, so the FICO score or the FICO model looks at 5 key factors: your payment history, which is 35%, amounts owed, credit utilization, which is 30%, length of credit history, which is 15%, credit mix, which is 10%, and credit inquiries, which is 10%. But notice what's missing: your savings, your emergency fund, your income stability, even your total amount of debt relative to your lifestyle. So none of that shows up in your score. What does it measure? Basically, does this person borrow money and do they pay it back on time? And that's useful for lenders, but for you, it doesn't tell the full story of how you're financially healthy or how financially healthy you actually are. Let me share a story that might sound a little too familiar. Someone has 3 or 4 credit cards, making a car payment, a small personal loan, everything's current, never missed a payment. That credit score, beautiful, maybe 750 or 780. But here's what you don't see behind that number: $35,000, maybe $40,000 in revolving credit score balances. Every month, half their paycheck goes to bills, mostly minimum payments. They're not sinking, but they're not swimming either. They're just treading water. And the system rewards that because as long as you're paying on time, your score stays strong. From the outside, it looks like you've made it. But inside, you're carrying the emotional and financial weight of constant debt. It's exhausting, like running on a treadmill that never stops. That's the disconnect. Your score can make you look stable even when you're barely staying afloat. Here's something most people never think about: the credit system is built around you using credit. You have to swipe, borrow, and pay back over time just to generate a score at all. So someone who uses multiple credit cards opens new accounts and makes every payment looks like a strong participant. Meanwhile, someone who pays everything in cash stays out of the debt, they stay out of debt, stays out of, 0 active loans. The system actually technically penalizes them for being too independent. Crazy, isn't it? The system says the more you borrow, the more dependable you are. So you can be a star in the credit game and still feel like you're losing in real life. Now let's talk about the biggest reason people with good credit still feel broke: interest. The major credit card networks, they often carry interest rates from like 21% to as high as 35% sometimes. So if you're carrying balances month after month, you're paying hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars every year in interest alone. So let's do the math. $20,000 in credit card debt at 25% interest can easily cost you $5,000 a year in unnecessary payments. That's vacation money, savings money, retirement money, gone. And what's worse, even as you pay the balance, it barely moves. You watch the statement come in month after month, and it feels like the debt is glued to your finances. Like, it's not that you're doing something wrong. You're doing what the system trained you to do: make the payments and protect your credit score. But the cost of staying credit healthy is often staying financially stuck. So let's make a clear distinction. Credit health and financial health are not the same thing. Credit health asks, are you paying your debts on time? Financial health asks, do you even need debt to survive? Like, real financial health looks like this: you're living below your means, your debt levels are manageable or disappearing, you have money and savings for emergencies, and there's breathing room in your budget each month. Those factors bring you peace, not your credit score. Yes, a good credit score can open some doors, but it doesn't tell the whole story of your financial life. You can have a great credit and still feel broke if most of your income is going toward debt instead of your future. Check out our previous video on how FICO actually works. We've linked it in the description box below so you can go in a little deeper. And while you're there, grab our free resource, which is our Debt Freedom Secrets Guide. It'll guide you to some more information, and you can set a complimentary consultation with one of our debt specialists to look at your personal situation. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, share it with a friend who's feeling the same pressure, and follow us on our social media for daily tips and encouragement. Have a great one.